Okay, so getting back to the difference of having leads and having hope. Leads are hope. Hope are in leads. Getting leads every week. Weekly hope. You need a dose of weekly hope. You know what I'm saying? Hope is everything, man. Hope is everything. So I'll put together like this little spreadsheet, and I'm going to kind of give you a dose of hope. I've actually more formalized this teaching. If you remember Brianna Wyatt's video, do you guys remember Brianna Wyatt's video on how she books her appointments? Okay, she's an elite lady of the Alliance. She makes 6 figures net income a year, okay? And she's done it on this schedule where she dials Thursday morning from 8 o'clock to 10:30. She does the 3 rows of 6 haystacks. She books 15 appointments, 15 to 18 appointments for Thursday and Friday. The rest of the week she stays home with her family. She's a mother of 3 kids, and they're young, they're small. And she was a stay-at-home mom before she even joined us. So we're talking stay-at-home mom becomes this superstar elite lady of the Alliance, 6-figure net income earner on that schedule where she books from 8 in the morning till 10:30, and then for Friday, Saturday, she books 15 appointments. Week after week after week, month after month after month, year after year, you know what I'm saying, okay? And she spends, if I remember that video, it was around 600 a week in leads. And so like the brand new person is thinking, oh my God, Alex, I don't have 600 bucks. I don't have, my GMR is a 4-week commitment. I don't have $2,400 to do that. Well, I don't want you to do that. In fact, I'm not going to let you do that because you're so new. I don't want you burning up my lead override on you. So I'm not going to let you buy leads. Please, don't even ask, okay, to buy leads from me. Okay, I'm being facetious. I mean, there's certain instances maybe, but I'm going to get you started on bonus leads, cheap leads, whatever, to get you to pound the phone, to get you to learn our system, to get you used to picking up the phone and doing haystack dials. Okay? I really don't care if you book appointments. I just want to know that you're willing to do the work and get on the phone and pound it, pound it, pound it, pound it. All right? So let's just say that you write a policy on yourself through Mutual of Omaha, and you get an advance of 200 bucks. Okay, or you sell it to a family or friend. In fact, before we were able to order leads back in the day in 1999 or 2000, January 2000, they wouldn't let us buy leads until we sold 3 policies on our own. It didn't matter to whom. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be whatever. But they weren't even going to let us get into the lead program until we generated 3 sales on our own. Well, we were fired up about the lead program, so we did whatever it took. This is Noel Leventovich, Patrick Connors. We figured out how to find 3 people to sell life insurance to because it was the thing we had to do to get leads. So we had money to invest because we had probably about $1,000 of commissions from those 3 applications. Okay, cool. So here's the thing. So this is going to be a 12-week. 7, 8, 9, 10. This could be a 12-week picture, okay? And I'm going to show 12 weeks across the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is going to be, I'm going to send out the spreadsheet on this. I don't know if this is going to make sense. Let's say you have $200 that you got on a policy that you sold, on the bonus leads, on selling to buying insurance for yourself, oh, by the way, is what we recommend. And so let's say you make 200 bucks, you probably make more than that. But let's just use $200 as an example. Okay? Instead of spending all the 200 this week on leads, what I'm going to ask you to do is flow it out for the next 4 weeks. Get on a GMR of a bunch of RW leads and so on. So let's say this first week. So the first week, this is week number 1, you make a commitment for the next 4 weeks of $50 a week. So you get with Jenny and you put in a GMR for $50 a week. all right? $50 a week. And the idea is, I want to be just like Brianna Wyatt. I want to be able to ramp my lead investment $600 a week so I can book 15 appointments to 18 appointments a week so I can make 6 figures of income, net income, a year. Okay, and she's obviously moved up the promotion guidelines to where her return on investment is going to be higher because of her higher contract. But I'm talking, you're starting off at a 55% contract at the beginning. So the first week and the second week, let's say you make another sale out of $100 worth of leads, you make another sale. And from that sale, you might make 500, you might make 1,000, you might make 200 net commission from that first sale. So, but let's just say you take $200. Let's say you did a small whole life policy and you made $200. Okay? What I'm going to ask you to do with that second week, with that $200 commission check, is not spend it on paying bills, not spend it on anything, but to reinvest it, not all, okay, not all in leads, but invest it in a lead budget, bumping up your lead budget for the next 4 weeks by $50 a week. So week number 2, got $50 a week for the next 4 weeks. Okay, so you flow out. Okay, so totaling what your weekly lead investment is, and this is the total here. Week 1 is 50, so you add this 50 plus 50. The week 2 is $100. Week 3 you got $100 that you're investing. Week 4 you got another $100, and then week 5 is 50. So here is hope. What you're doing is you're forward funding your hope. Hope is in leads. Hope is an attitude saying that, man, something good's going to happen on this next batch, baby. I know something good's got to happen. It gives you hope. When you print out your leads, you got a small stack of clean, printed out white paper. It hasn't been beat up. When I print my leads out, and I've got this like little stack of leads, I'm going, these are fresh. These are new. Okay, and they might be RW old leads, but they're new to me. They're new to my phone number. they're new to my 2 phone numbers. Okay, these people have not seen my phone number yet, and they're going to pick up. But it's another dose of hope. But the second week, you got $100 more of hope. So week number 3 comes. You think out of this investment of the leads you had not resolved. Remember, you're creating an inventory now of leads that you have not resolved. How many people ever resolve all their leads they get in 1 week? They don't. They haven't even probably started door knocking them. Okay, they made another sale. You make another sale on week number 3. You make 1 more sale. You're not lighting it up. But remember, you have 3 weeks worth of leads that are coming in, and some of those sales are coming from the unresolved leads, from a door knock, right? And so the 3rd week in business, you make a couple sales, some sales from the inventory you have and some sales from the new fresh leads. So now instead of investing the $200 for 4 weeks, you're going to bump it up now to $100 for 4 weeks. You get that $400 of your commissions. You're going to flow out $100 a week for the next 4 weeks. So that's 100, 100, 100, 100. Okay, so now what this is week number 3. You've got $200 worth of leads, 4 $200, 150, and week number 6 you've got 100 committed to your hope. But now, week number 4, you've got all those leads you purchased plus another $200 of lead investment. So now it's like you've been in a month. I'm saying, you know what? I think you need to buy a few A leads now, baby. Some DLP A leads. Get some better, fresher leads where you're not going to get pushback, where it's easier to book appointments. Okay, and then you make another sale or 2, make 2 or 3 sales again. And so I'm not going to ask you to put all that money in. I'm just going to ask you to put another 400 from your commissions back into the business over the next 4 weeks. So week number 4, 1, 2, your lead budget now is 100 a week. So now, by week number 4, you've got 300, 250, 200, and 100 out in week 7. Now you're starting to ramp up. Now week number 4, you got $300 worth of leads. And I'm saying, man, baby, Let's get some A leads, baby. It's like when I told Annette, Annette, you're duly approved to buy 7 A leads, 10 A leads, 5 A leads, whatever, because you've been showing me that you can take care of clients, you can beat the phone up. Now it's time to get productive, baby, and put that money into you. Invest in your own work ethic. Invest in the fact that you can counsel upline to get to close sales, that you're calling upline. She does everything right in the home. She just needs to get in the homes. So instead of getting beat up on the phone all the time, it's like, let's make it easy for you and let's start reinvesting. So now the 4th week, you've got another flow of 100. So now you're making 2, 3, 4 sales. It's like, all right, man, let's bump it up, but not bump it a whole lot. You could if you want. Let's just do another 150. So week number 6, you're going to put another 150 a week for 4 weeks. Again, 4-week GMR. You're going to bump up your GMR. So that's that's $600, and you probably brought in $1,000, $1,200, and that other money you can put to paying some bills or doing whatever. Okay, so now let's add this up. So by week number 5, you're at 400 total investment. Week number 6, 500. Week number 7, 550. $550 a week. Well, I'm sorry. I'm ramping up too quick. I'm getting too excited here. So that's 3, 2, 250, 400. This is 350. This is 250, and this is 150. All right. So we do this 150 again, and we just stay with 150, gang. The most I want you to do is stay with 150 for the next 4 weeks. So you got 150 the next week for the next 4 weeks. Okay, another 150. Now you're on a 10 A lead GMR plus maybe it's a 12 A lead GMR. 150, 150. And now you're ramping up. Now you're making a couple thousand, 2,500. Then here's what happens. So you add that up, and week number 6, you're at 500, 550, 600, 600. Now you're doing what Brianna Wyatt's doing. And honestly, you're only dialing the phone 90 dials to book 15 appointments because you got a combination of A leads. She doesn't buy all A leads. She's got A leads, A1s, some triple A's. She probably does the most, maybe 10 A leads. And the rest of them are older leads. It might be 7 to 10 A leads, maybe 12 A leads, and then the rest are old leads, whatever. But she's got $600 now to make 6 figures. So I showed you how you can go from $50 a week to $600, and now by the end of week month number 2 and going into month number 3, you should be cranking, babe. You should be making $1,800 to $2,500 a week. Not to mention resolving all the inventory, because man, you start piling up inventory leads that you have not resolved. So a portion of your appointments are going to be from the new leads, and a portion of your appointments are going to be from the older leads that you haven't resolved. A portion is going to be on door knocks, and the profitability is not only going to be on sales and commissions on life insurance, it's going to be on annuity sales that you're finding back here that you bam this week into this week, and then you write an annuity that you get paid over here, and then all of a sudden you get goosed up with another 5, 6, 7,000 on annuity sale. And you're making referral sales because you're doing the last 6 slides of the ATM. And, oh, by the way, after 12 weeks, you probably should have 1 or 2 in class that you've recruited from your client base. So this is the game plan for hope, right here. Like I said, I'm going to send this chart to you so you can kind of see how it can work intellectually. All right? But you can do it. I don't care if you're a brand new agent like Charlotte Pennington who booked her first appointment, or if you're a veteran like Karen Musil who kind of has this kind of, she's already doing this. She already ramped herself up to doing this. This isn't a concept for her anymore because she's already in the mode at the six-figure income level. Andrew Peters, in a short period of time, has understood this and said, hey man, I'm going to do a little bit more of this investment up front so I can leverage this to get here quicker. Okay? He's able to do that. Marilyn Ross said, Alex, should I put on a credit card? I say, yes! Yes, if you're willing to dial the phone, if you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to, it's worth it to put on a credit card, but the caveat is you're betting on you that you're going to pound the phone $275 a week doing your 55 haystack challenge. That investment is worthwhile. It's other people's money, baby. It's a Carlton Sheets. For those of you who know, Carlton Sheets. No money down. Well, here, it's not your money. It's the credit card company's money. Yeah, you're paying whatever interest rate on it, but you know what? If you counsel with me and you do what I teach you and you do the work, dadgum, man, how can you not win? How can you not win? You will win. I can't guarantee anything. I can't guarantee. I can guarantee that the leads work, but I can't guarantee that you're calling them, that you're dialing the phone, that you're saying the right things after I've coached you. Okay, if you're trying to use your own phone script and kind of doing it grab ass, however you want to do it, that's not going to work. So don't invest in it if you're not going to do it the way we're teaching. But if you're going to do it the way we're teaching, with a schedule, with no distractions, okay, or learning to handle distractions, you will always have distractions, but you're going to learn to handle them because you're going to adhere to a schedule that works for you. All right? You're not quitting your job early to put financial pressure on you. You're keeping your job, okay? But I'm telling you what, man, this was my game plan to get out of my job, all right, was I knew that I had to invest in leads because I was not going to make sales on old leads that I was beating up. I needed new hope every week. And the reason why I always had hope is because I could hope in what I could do in doing the work. All I had to do was seed the planting of my crop. And the thing about planting seeds, if you're a farmer, is that the seed doesn't come up right away. You put the seed in the ground, you fertilize or water it, and eventually the seed will grow into a corn stalk that'll produce more of its kind, right? So when you make an investment in the LEAD program, it'll produce more of its kind, which is commission dollars to reinvest. A farmer does not eat his seed. A farmer puts away seed from his crop to plant next season. That's why it's stored up in these big old tubes, these rocket ship things, so that they got their investment, because one little seed will turn into multiple ears of corn, 30, 60, 100-fold. And when you put that investment in the ground, it will come back. If you're doing the right things, if you're fertilizing the seed, if you're watering it. So what does that mean? That means you're investing in yourself. You're fertilizing and watering you, your head. You're reading books. You're going to your hotspots meetings, associating with people. You're on conference calls, all the conference calls. You're not compromising on fertilizing that seed. Getting a chance to hear some mega nuggets at a hotspot from top producers who has a twist on their phone script that will make all the difference in the world for you. That's your investment in yourself to make all this happen. That is the idea of investing the seed and then fertilizing it and watering it so it grows 30, 60, 100-fold, is the investment in you. Investing in you, that you're going to do the work, that you're going to have the right mentality, that you're going to get around the people, that you have the attitude of hope and faith. Well, Alex, farmers, they know that the seed's going to come up. I mean, they don't have to have faith that they water and fertilize it. It does every year, every season. Yes, that's the point. You can have faith in this because we've been doing this for 15 years. And every time we invested in leads, we came out with a crop of commission dollars. That's how this thing works. I had a guy ask me earlier this week, well, does your lead program work? Bro, I've been doing this 15 years. I've made an average of over 500 grand a year, in some years up towards $1 million. Okay, but average 500 grand a year, not on people going out and networking with their family and friends and then going to network breakfast clubs. That's not how my agents are making sales. They're making sales on our lead program. So you tell me, does our lead program work? Because I promise you, we are not getting people started with 200 of their family and friends they can sell life insurance to. Although that's not a bad idea. Okay, if you ain't got the money, then that's where you can get the money to invest in this. But I tell you what, we're all lead junkies. Okay, I are a lead junkie. I don't want to be one, but I are a lead junkie. Lead Junkies is Anonymous, LJA. All right, I'm part of Lead Junkies Anonymous, man. My problem is I believe in the lead program, so I buy leads so I can make money for my family. That's my story. I'm still going to get leads. So maybe it's a reverse LJA. Because I'm hooked. I'm hooked. And you should be too, man. Now, to a certain extent, once you have clients on the books doing annual reviews, literally your lead investment should go down in half to make the same money, because you're doing annual reviews where you're converting people from term to permanent insurance. Karen's talking about that a portion of her premiums came from older, her old clients that are doing other things. And you're going to start weaning, really, literally, weaning yourself off the lead program where you're not having to buy as many leads because you've got plenty of business. After you've been with us a year, 2 years, then you're serving your current clients. You're getting referrals and you're making more referral sales. So your lead investment actually ought to go down. Instead of $600 a week, it probably ought to go down to $200 to $300 a week. Okay, now Brianna, she moved from New Mexico and Nevada. She actually moved from Nevada, where she's running New Mexico and Nevada, to Louisville, Kentucky. So it's harder for her to go back and do all those other sales. But that's why she's ramping back up here to get the experience. She hadn't even been in Louisville, Kentucky for a year. But once she's been there for a year, 2 years, then I promise you this $600 lead investment will go down to $200, $300 a week, and she's making more money. Okay? So the idea is to be a lead junkie for only a short period of time, and then we're going to wean you off. So, we're going to hopefully wean you off of them. All right? But, man, this rocks. But, Alex, I can't get a lead GMR field in my area. You know what? Go drive 2.5 hours. I ran 2.5 hours last week. And the quality of people were way better in terms of their age. And it was fun. I enjoyed it. 2.5 hours, that's nothing, man. I came home every night. I was thinking I was going to stay overnight, but I came home every night. It's only 2.5 hours, and I was hitting the phones, talking to agents and stuff, and recruiting. But anyway, so I know I was a little bit more animate about this, but I am, because leads give you hope. And man, this is a week of hope. It's Easter. The only reason why we deserve to have hope is because this guy right here. Hope. He gave us hope. It's Easter, man. So I'm going to unmute and see if anyone's got any questions. Hold on. Wow, we had 31 people still. All right, man. So, anyone got any questions? Anyone? You can say amen. You can whatever. I don't care.
Thanks, Alex.
You're welcome. I'm kind of hitting mutes. Anyway.
Amen.
Alex.
Yeah, and amen. Yeah, Cord.
Man, that was one of the best talks I've heard you do in a long time, and I've heard it before, but wow, it crystallized thought process, and this is what I needed to hear because new agents need to hear it. I wasn't explaining it properly to people, and this is bite-sized chunks on how to start from nothing up to a regular lead order, and they can believe it. They can see it in little bitty pieces. It's not make-believe, and it's a very good recipe. I appreciate you doing it. I hope you send this out. as soon as possible.
I will.
I want to get that in some hands.
Oh, well.
So here it is, the formula. Thanks, Cord. And just so everyone knows, you're not a paid actor, are you, to endorse this?
No. Could be, but no.
I know, really. You are getting compensated, but it's because you're implementing this.